They say what you do on New Year's Day sets the tone for your entire year. If that's true, then I was doomed from the start of 1998. It's been nearly 3 decades, and I still can't explain what happened that night. I never told the police, never told my parents, but I've carried it with me ever since, like a ghost trailing just out of reach, never seen, never fully gone. This is the first time I'm telling the whole story. My Aunt Mary Ann had this big old farmhouse near B, Nebraska, barely a dot on the map. She'd inherited it from her parents and kept it in decent shape, but it always had that lingering emptiness. You know, the kind of quiet that hums like something breathing under the floorboards. She left for Colorado every Christmas to visit her daughter, and in 1997 she asked me to house it for a week. I was 24, jobless after getting laid off from the paper, and figured I could use the piece to get some freelance writing done. There was no Wi-Fi, just a landline, a satellite TV dish that barely worked, and 2 dogs, Rusty the golden retriever and a little dachshund named Bean. They were friendly enough, always stayed close. The week was uneventful until New Year's Eve. At exactly 12:17 a.m., just as the town fireworks died down in the distance, I heard 3 sharp knocks at the back door. Not the front, the back, the one facing the woods. Rusty growled low, his ears twitching. Bean let out this pitiful whimper and dotted behind the armchair. That was odd enough to make me pause. I muted the TV and listened to nothing, then again 3 knocks. Deliberate, spaced out. I got up and went to the kitchen. The back door had a window half fogged from the cold. I flipped on the porch light and saw nothing. No car, no footprints, just falling snow. I opened the door a few inches. That's when I noticed them. There are footprints on the porch mat. Human-sized, wet, bare feet in a Nebraska snowstorm. But they just stopped at the bottom of the steps. No trail leading to or from the woods. No signs of struggle, just I slammed the door shut, locked it, and pushed a chair under the knob for good measure. The dogs wouldn't leave the living room. I kept telling myself it had to be a prank. Then the phone rang. The landline rarely rang. Aunt Mary Ann barely used it. It was 12:31 a.m. The screen just flashed line 1. I picked up, expecting a drunk caller or wrong number. Instead, I heard faint breathing, like someone standing very close to the mouthpiece. Then, distorted like a warped cassette, a low voice rasped, "Can I come in now?" I hung up. I didn't sleep at all that night. Sat on the couch with Rusty next to me, holding the fireplace poker. Every few minutes I checked the doors, the windows. The porch light stayed on. There were no more knocks, no more calls. Morning finally came. I tried convincing myself I imagined it, but those wet footprints had frozen over, etched into the porch, and the dogs wouldn't go near the back door for the rest of the day. I stayed up the next night, New Year's Day turning into January 2nd. I made coffee, turned on all the lights, and stayed close to the window. Nothing happened until 12:17 a.m. like clockwork. 3 knocks, same pattern, same volume, like a human fist wrapped in burlap. Thud, thud, thud. This time I didn't go to the door. I watched from the hallway as the dogs ran behind the laundry machines. They were trembling. Then the phone rang again. I didn't answer. It rang 4 times. Then it stopped. Then a whisper from the back door window. "I saw you last year." I swear to you I heard it like it was inches from me. But when I looked, there was no one there. I finally broke. I packed up the dogs and drove to a friend's place in Lincoln, leaving a note for my aunt. 3 days later, Aunt Mary Ann returned and called me, furious I had left the house empty. When I told her what happened, she went quiet, dead silent. Then she said, "It happened to me too." Turns out, the same knocking came every New Year's for 3 years straight, always at 12:17 a.m. Same number of knocks, same whisper through the line. She thought she was going crazy. All curse, she said. She even moved the bed into the living room one year to avoid the back of the house. Her voice cracked when she said, "The only time it stopped was when you were there." We tried to look up anything strange about the land. No murders, no cults, no Indian burial grounds, just old farmland, quiet, isolated. But every year since then, on January 1st at exactly 12:17 a.m., I get this chill, like something is pacing just outside whatever room I'm in. I moved 5 times, changed phone numbers, got married, had kids, but every New Year's Eve I stay up, and I always check the back door, because one day I fear the knock won't just come. It'll be followed by a whisper I can't ignore. I'm already inside.